start recording. So, welcome to the first class of automation. They will be part
Hi.
of hello. They will be a part of manual included in this session. So, yeah, and it will be a, and all these automation sessions will be very small, like around 30 minutes or 35 minutes, not more than that. The reason being, I want to give more practice time to you rather than me saying it and doing it. Okay. So that is my plan. So first and the most thing, let me share my screen. Share. Ignore. Right. Okay. Now I have three questions. I hope my screen is visible, right? Is my screen
Yes,
visible?
yes, yes.
Okay, great. What is programming language? Why do we need it? And how can it help us? Okay, let me make this bigger. Mm, huh. Okay, now before we jump into automation, before we jump into programming language, it might be Java, JavaScript, or C, C sharp, anything. Okay, I just want to know like what is a programming language in a simple way. In a simple way, can someone explain what is a programming language?
Developer written language is programming language.
Why? So we are testers, so we are also
Uh,
writing programming
yes,
language.
yes,
Then,
yes.
so
Developer
it is
tester.
not a programming language.
Is a way. Okay.
It is
Hmm.
like
Is
uh, what we speak. It's a language, and when we talking about a technical thing, so it calls programming language.
Sorry,
is a
sorry,
way to
sorry.
communicate with
Hmm.
computer.
Sorry.
Is a way to communicate with computer. So because the
Okay.
language.
It is a set of rules that we
So
need to follow.
okay, if there are no rules, then that is not a programming language. I'm not following any rules, but I'm writing code. So is that not a programming language?
No, no. We have to follow the coding standard, na. Without following, like,
Yes,
Okay, let's say I am not following the coding standard. My company has a different coding standard and I'm following that standard. So is that not a programming language?
yes, yes.
Then
Like
what?
it, we can. It is an interaction between like computer and human.
Okay. So what
So,
is a programming language? Okay, I understood it is an interaction between computer and the human. So what
mm,
exactly is a programming language?
mm, like a developer tester or written language is known as
Why a
programming.
delivery manager can't write code or a business
Any,
analyst
any
can't write code?
anyone can, but
Uh,
in the
then
new
what is
man,
a
as you
programming
know.
language?
so it's a instruction that a
Hmm.
computer can understand and execute.
That is like interaction, right? Interaction with computer. So what is programming language? My question again.
It's a rules for writing code.
Okay, rules we have for every programming language. Yeah, that I understand. We should follow the rules, we should follow the syntax, and we should follow the coding standards. But still, my question is, what is programming language? You are close. Like yes, we in order to interact with the computer, we need a programming language. So, what is programming language?
Basically it is what the computer to do.
Yeah, yes, we will ask the computer. That
It's a
comes.
code.
Sorry, that comes. Why do we need it? Okay, why do we need it? It's a second question. Okay, second and third question relates to that. What we want computer to do. That is why we write programming language. Why we cannot without using programming language also we can tell the computer how what we want it to do, but it's a completely different language which is really hard to write and make for us to understand. So that is the reason programming languages came into picture. Okay, without programming language also we can interact with the computer and we can make them to do what we want it to do. Okay, but still What is a programming language?
It's a set of code.
Yes, and control the behavior of machine.
Control the behavior of machine.
Yes.
Why? Okay, if I said, if I write a code where the behavior of the machine should not be controlled, will it not work? It works, right?
Yes, it works.
Then still, what?
I think it's a set of instruction.
Yeah, it is a set of instructions. It is we need to follow the standard. And okay, I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a tip. We are
Uh,
we are uh, discussing this from the past 3 months. I think we are discussing this from the past 3 4 months. What is now? Tell me what is programming language? Okay, leave it. Let me tell it.
It's a media to
Sorry.
it is a medium or it's a media
Okay, now what
to
exactly that medium is? What exactly that medium is?
Ashish, I think is the intermediate between the human and the machine
Okay, now what that intermediate is?
is the code,
Okay,
is
it's
the
code.
a
syntax.
some
No, no, that
format, some syntaxes are
yeah,
there.
that is different for different programming languages. We cannot make it as common, right? So, what is a common thing? What is the common thing we can call it? Okay, I'll draw one.
Commands.
To
Huh?
We can
communicate.
say it's commands.
Communication.
Commands. Yes, we should give commands. Then only it will work. But how exactly we are give? I mean, how exactly the computer is able to understand that those commands? Okay, I'll give you one example.
It's like
Okay.
by
It depends on
converting.
coding and decoding.
Nah, that is too
Means
technical.
it
Uh,
act like it will act like a bridge between
yes,
computer and human.
yes. What is that bridge called as?
That bridge.
What is that bridge called as? We are discussing this from the past 3 4 months. What is that bridge called as?
The communication medium.
Yeah, it's
Database.
sorry.
Database.
Nah, database is completely different. Okay,
Okay.
now I'll tell you one thing. Okay, you walked into restaurant. Okay, now you are client and there is chef.
API.
Okay, so what we are using here to get our order? What exactly we are? Who makes it?
API.
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 Yes, yes. So programming languages are also called as APIs. We can consider them as an APIs as well. Okay, it is a bridge and it can also be called as an API where because we are asking it to do something. Okay, we are asking a computer to do something. Okay, how exactly we are asking a computer to do something? How we are connected to the computer? How exactly we are connected to the computer? Using programming language. We can also call it as a bridge. Okay, either you call it as a bridge or you can, most closely it is related to APIs as well. Okay, so this is what I was looking for, this answer. So now you understood, right? Why exactly program? Because in order to interact with computer, I know this is new. I know this is completely new that no one tells that programming language is an API. But what any tool or any application or any code which helps to get response or to send a request and get a response, then that medium is called bridge. We can call it as a medium or a bridge. We can also call it an API because APIs also does the same work. Understood?
Yes.
So what is a programming language? Now you can also say that you can go with technical term like a programming language. We use programming language to interpret compiler so that the computer can understand in zeros and ones. Then that is too technical, too technical. But what exactly? How exactly we are connected to the computer? How exactly we are making a computer to do what we want it to do? There should be some connection, right? There should be some medium. What that connection is? It's a bridge. It's also closely related to API. So that is what a programming language. Now you can ask a question like, without programming language, can we not ask the computer to do something? Yes, there will be a way where without programming languages also we might have used a computer to do what we wanted it to do. But that's really hard. I mean, it's really hard to learn that. Uh, I think it's a binary or some code which we need to learn, so that we can write that in that way and we can make a computer to understand. But to make our life easy, we introduced programming languages. Now, okay, now we got to know the first question. Now, why do we need it? Why do we need it?
It is needed for communicate between computer and us. Like
Okay,
computer
how?
mm, like we give some instruction like you and me. Now
Hmm,
the communication medium is like English, we are communicate with
hmm,
English language.
hmm,
But another guy who is doesn't know like
hmm,
English, like
hmm,
I'm an Odia guy, yeah, like one of my friend
hmm,
just sitting to me, and he is a Odia guy, he doesn't know
hmm,
English. So
hmm.
see, he or she will not understand our communication.
Okay, now I have a
So
question. Let's say your friend, if we teach him English, then he will understand.
yes, definitely.
Definitely.
So it is
So,
like
uh, then why we need programming language for computers? We can
like
teach. Hmm,
computer only understand binary code like zero and zero
yes,
one format. It is
yes,
only understand.
yes. See,
So any set of
hmm,
instruction we pass to computer, it
hmm.
on it converted to its own like
Yeah,
natural
conversion.
understandable
Yeah,
language.
yeah. We'll not
Mm.
go that technical, but yes. So a computer cannot understand any spoken languages in the world. I mean, till now the computer was not trained to learn English or French or Hindi, Telugu, any language. It cannot speak or it cannot understand. It only understands ones and zeros, right? So programming languages are used to convert that into one and zeros, and so that the computer can understand. Then once it gets sends a response, then it converts back to our, I mean, mostly English. It converts and then it gives us the response. So that is why we need a programming language, right? So see, if I don't know Oriya and if I learn Oriya, then I can speak to you in Oriya, right? But it's
Yes,
really hard. It's I think
yes.
till now it's not possible for a computer to make or teach Oriya or English or any language. So that is a reason to talk to it and get response from it, or make things work done by the computer. That is the reason we need this programming languages. Now, how it can help us? How can programming languages help us?
It is
We
help us in
uh,
many ways, like it saves our time. Like if we are doing some calculations, it
mm,
if you in physically it's take too much time, but
mm.
with the help of computer or programming language, it will like within a fraction of second we can get the output.
Yeah, so
So
it's like is this statement correct? Is these two statements correct with programming
yes,
language? Is
yes,
telling a
we are
computer what to do?
first.
Mm.
Yes,
And
yes,
also make the computer do what you want, right?
yes,
Now we
yes,
are clear with these three things.
yes, yes.
Great.
But one thing, like I'm not
Mm,
comfortable, like
mm.
API, how API can be a programming language, because language is a different thing, and API, I think
Okay,
it is also completely different thing.
okay. Let me say. Okay, you see my chat GPT, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is programming language, is the spelling correct? No, language can be considered as an API? If yes, why? The reason. Okay. See, understood?
it's giving on like different sense. It is giving.
Sorry,
It is giving in different sense.
different sense in the sense.
Like it's API is like it's in
Okay, okay.
interactions.
Leave this thing. Okay, what exactly API does?
It it communicates between like database and us, or like it is a bridge work
Then
like
what
It is
between.
a
programming
it
does?
yes.
What programming
Programming is
does?
also like it is a
Then
intermediate
done, done.
or we
Right?
can
It
say
is
like
also,
that. It is
yeah,
also
I
giving.
said
We
it
can
is
say like that.
closely related. It is
Uh,
closely related. I never
mm.
said programming language is an API.
It's
It's
completely
closely
wrong.
related.
Mm.
Okay. That
But
is
closely,
what,
huh?
yeah,
Likely it is. Mm.
we can also consider programming language as an API because it is a bridge. We
Yes.
Without programming language, it is really hard
Mm.
to talk to computer or make computer do what we want to do. Okay. So I have researched on that. Then only I came to this point. Okay. But still, yeah, you can research from your end. It is completely fine. Anyone has any queries, please do research. But yes, it is a bridge. Then any bridge we which connects two devices or two systems or two things, then it is considered as an API. It is considered as an API. The reason being, it's an interface. API is nothing but it's an interface so that both systems can communicate, work together, and understand and get the jobs done. Okay. Okay. Now, one question is, Selenium does has it. Okay, leave Selenium. I don't want to get into that. Okay. Now, second. Okay, is these three are clear, right? Are these three clear?
Yes. Yes.
Great. Now, my second question is, what is the difference between coding, spelling no, coding and programming? What is the difference between coding and programming? Hello?
Code can be only one single word or one line, and programming can be a set of instruction or many codes are there.
No. Code can be only single word. Nah, no. Programming can also be a single word. That is completely fine.
Yes.
No.
Coding like we are give some instructions, but
Programming also
programming
we give.
is for no for
Mm,
actually
mm,
coding is coming under programming, but
mm,
programming like it is designing, planning, uh, and some implementations,
mm.
all these things
Okay.
like REST APIs are like, so coding is like a small chunks, and programming is a big task.
No. No.
Um, Ashish,
Mm,
coding is a specific language for computer,
mm,
and programming is a instruction when we make any software. That I understand.
no. You came very close, but you went again very far. Anyone?
Coding
Okay.
is right.
Mm.
Coding is the act of writing instruction,
Huh?
and programming is
Mm.
a instruction for computer.
Sorry. Coding is?
Coding is a act of writing instructions,
Huh.
and programming is a process of creating software.
Because using code only you can create a software, right? It's and using code only you can talk to the computer.
Mm, coding is actually the steps which we follow to make it in the better shape, and that is about the programming, which make it the uh, endpoint, we will get that.
Sorry, I did not understand. Sorry, can you come again, please?
Yeah, coding is basically the steps which we have to follow, the instructions
Mhm.
which we give,
Mhm.
and programming is the output, the better version of the coding. Like it gives us the output and all. Like mm,
No, in coding you will get output. In coding as well, you'll get output, and okay, no worries. I'll explain. Okay, programming is also set of instructions. Also set of instructions, but coding is also set of instructions. Coding is also set of instructions. Okay, but the difference is
In coding, like it is
uh,
specific to one language, and we can
hmm,
programming in multiple language.
hmm? So coding only programming multiple languages and coding one specific to one language. How is it? Nah, I didn't get it.
Okay, you
Using
continue.
code, you write
Mm,
code only, right? For every
mm.
language. Then how is that different?
Like Java code, C++ code,
Then
we
it's
are
also called
writing
Java
something.
programming.
Mm.
Okay, no worries. See, set of instructions, and this is also set of instruction. Now, if someone comes and tells you to add two numbers and give me the result, so what you will do? First, you will take one number. Okay, simple number, no int, no float, nothing. Okay, I'm just taking a one number. Then I'm taking another number. Okay, then I'm using an addition operator from maths, okay, mathematics subject, and I'm adding these two. Then I'm giving an equals to sign. Then I'm getting a result, and I'm telling the result to the person. The answer of adding two numbers is the two numbers. Let's say here I'll give two numbers. Okay, 1 comma 2. Okay, two numbers is 3. Okay, this is what you do in programming. I mean, you first write, you first analyze, then you think, then analyze, then write your ideas or write your uh, no the thought, everything, the process, everything you write on a piece of paper or in notepad or in text edit. Okay, once you are done and once you know the flow, okay, I need to take two numbers. Okay, it might be whole numbers or negative, any numbers. Then I need to use an addition operator. Then in order to get the result, I need to use a equals to sign. Then I need to place that result after once it's added. Then I need to tell the output to the person who asked me, can you add these two numbers and give me the result? Okay, so this is what programming. Now, this instructions, these all instructions, you are converting into code. When you're converting into code, then that is called as coding. It might be any language, it might be any programming language. Okay, any programming language which you're using and writing code. That is the reason we usually say I'm writing code. We will not say I'm doing programming, because the thoughts, let's say, if I want you to write a program you where I ask you, can you write a program for a nine table, because I don't know the nine table. So what you'll do, you'll not directly go to, you'll not directly open Visual Studio Code or Eclipse or IntelliJ or any IDE, or you will not open a notepad and you'll say, okay, int 9, int number equal to 9, and then sorry then you will say we'll use for loop. Okay, then we'll use int I equal to I equal to 1. Okay, will not write it in this way. First, what we will do is, okay, before writing into code, because you're new to coding, it might be new or it might be experienced, that doesn't matter, okay? It depends upon how complexity the task is, okay, how complexity the task is. Before converting it into the coding, before converting, writing the code into any IDE or a notepad or text edit, you go ahead and say, okay, I need to take a number which is 9. Then I need to multiply. I need to multiply uh, 9 with 1 first, then give result, display result or give result. Then I need to do it. Let's say I wanted it from 9 1 to 9 10. Then you do the same thing. Then you do the same, write the same thing on a piece of paper or a text edit. Then you convert into coding. Okay, you got the idea. Okay, how you need to do it. Okay, this is how I need to take an integer first. Then okay, I'm doing this thing. Let's say I give this copy, paste, 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 paste. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, first 9 ones, then 9 twos, then 9 threes, then 9 fours, then 9 fives. In the same way, I'll do till 9 with 10. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing repeated task here. Okay. I'm doing a repeated task and I'm giving a result here. So now you got to know that, okay, I'm doing a repeated task here. So why can't I know why can't I use something which will help me not writing these many lines in coding, and I can write it in one line so that it will be helpful to me. I mean, I don't want to jump into loops now because we are not yet there. So, I mean, using coding, or I can write it here itself. Okay, I can say I can, as I'm repeating data, I think, I'm not saying I will, I think I can use loops here. Okay, loops is nothing but it is just repeating. Loops is like how you can repeat stuff, the same stuff multiple times using loops. Okay, and it's like if you're like one loop means you're just doing the same thing multiple times. So you can first, you will be writing it on a piece of paper or any text edit or notepad. Then once you have the complete uh, analysis, thing, thought, everything, your process, everything on the piece of paper, then you go ahead and write it in coding. Then you convert that into coding. It might be any language you choose. Okay, it might be Java, C Sharp, any language, JavaScript, any language. But before writing it into coding, you need to get used to this. I mean, this practice is really helps you at any point of your time on your life. I mean, if there is a complexity in your task as well, then first get your ideas on a piece of paper, then convert into code. Then convert into code. Okay. So that is the difference between coding and programming. Programming comes first, and this is very important, and it takes time. Okay, it does take time. Programming takes time because you're putting your ideas, you're putting your thoughts, you're putting your process on a piece of paper, so it will take time. Once you have this programming all in place, then coding doesn't take much time because you know what all need to be used and how exactly it need to be used and how exactly you need to write the process. So here it will take less time. Coding takes less time, but programming does take very long time, and you need to be patient. You need to be patient, and it's very good standard, very good way to learn any programming language. And in Excel, in any programming language, always put it on a piece of paper, then convert it into code. Okay, understood? What is the difference between coding and in programming?
Yes.
Great. Now coming to now, okay. Today's task. I'll scroll up. Uh, exactly. Okay. I want you to write an algorithm and a pseudocode Okay, write an algorithm and a pseudocode for any task that you do at your home. It might be any task. I'm not i'm not concerned about what task you take, but I want an algorithm and a pseudocode written for that. Okay, if you want to write for adding two numbers, or if you want to write an algorithm for making tea, or making a vegetable, or tying shoe, or or anything. It might be anything. Now, how exactly algorithm is nothing. It's a plain English. It's a complete plain English. Now, how exactly is that algorithm? Okay. Now let's say I'm preparing tea. Okay. First thing is I need to start and end. These are always there. These are always there for algorithm and for what they say for pseudocode as well. After after writing start, then say turn on the gas cylinder. Then turn on the gas stop. Okay. Then take the lighter, turn on a light. Sorry, not a light the gas stuff, put a pan, heat it. Okay, then pour 100 ml of water into the pan. Make it to boil. Then what we add? Add 1 spoon, or you can say 50 grams of sugar. Is that too much? Yeah, of sugar. Then add 1 spoon or slash 50 grams of tea powder. Okay, and then make it boil again. Then once done, turn off the stove. Then turn off the gas cylinder. Take the pan and filter the tea. No, filter the tea into a cup using filter object. Then pour, not pour, pour, add one, uh, one, 1 cup of milk. I don't know, 1 cup of milk. Stir it, serve it hot. Understood? This is how an algorithm looks. This is how an algorithm. I mean, every step is written here. Okay. Now, how a pseudocode looks, how exactly the pseudocode looks is it's almost the same. It's almost the same, but little. I mean, here you will be using a mathematical equations or mathematical things, but it might be hard for you to write. It might be not possible for you to write when using a pseudocode like turn on the gas cylinder. Okay, here you cannot use any mathematical equations or anything like that. So what I request is, okay, leave pseudocode. Leave pseudocode. We will do it once the programming is done. Once we complete with the JavaScript, leave pseudocode. But I just want the algorithm to be written for any job, any task that you are doing at your home. Okay, three algorithms. I want 3 algorithms to be written. Okay, is it possible? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
Ashish,
Ashish,
we can
person.
write it.
Ashish,
Yes.
we can.
Okay, great. Any stuff, any task you can take. Okay, this will really help you in understanding like how the process goes, and then it will help you in programming and all those things. Okay, so we will leave pseudocode today, and yes, we are done with coding, programming difference, and we are done with okay, this is also done, and okay, great. Pseudocode we will look later. Now, one thing we all know, right? Like Java and JavaScript are two different programming languages. Java and JavaScript are two different programming languages. Now, what is the main difference between Java and JavaScript? What is the main difference? Can anyone say what is? Does anyone know like what is the difference between Java? One main difference between Java and JavaScript. Both are programming languages. Yeah, both are programming languages. Okay. Mm, and JavaScript can be also used. Yeah, okay. Both are programming languages. Now, what is the main difference between Java and JavaScript?
Basically, Java is a programming language, whereas JavaScript is a scripting language.
Nah, we can use JavaScript for programming as well. Yeah, it was earlier when JavaScript was earlier released. Okay, it was only a scripting language very earlier. I mean, very early stage of JavaScript. Okay, now it can be used for programming as well, where you can see that Playwright, Cypress, these all use JavaScript for writing code and for automation. So yes, JavaScript is also a programming language. It is not only a scripting language. It is also a programming language. Okay, let me give you an answer for that too. How and when? Okay, is JavaScript a programming language or a script scripting language? Okay, now if it is a programming language, when was it converted to it? It was a scripting language, but later it went into programming language because it added there was many things added to it. JavaScript was added with many I mean server things like what they say uh, we have something what this ah, backend servers. We have this Node.js and all these things which helped JavaScript to become a programming language. So JavaScript is a programming language. Now tell me what is the difference. Yes, Node.js, correct, Node.js. Okay, now can someone say what is the main difference between Java and JavaScript programming languages? If anyone have learned Java, if anyone knows Java, and okay, now tell me this: is this allowed in Java? Writing in this way, is this allowed in Java?
No,
Why?
No.
No,
there
Why?
requires some syntax there.
Yes.
Yes.
So we need to provide this data type, right?
Yes.
Okay. But in JavaScript, we don't need it. We need not to provide a data type. Okay. We can directly write let number equal to 8. Okay. Let is not a data type. Let is not a data. I mean, it's not an integer data type. Okay. let is common data type. Okay, we need not to specify. We need not to specify this. And then is it now number equal to, is it possible to write this in this way in Java?
No.
Why?
Yes, we can write in string.
Uh, okay, let me, sorry. Now,
No.
why it was, why, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now why no?
Again, have to give which type, like if 8 is integer.
No, type we have already given. Type
Okay.
we have already given. Now, is it okay?
No,
So we are trying to store is string type into integer value.
Hmm.
So it will throw compatible error.
Yes.
we are giving character. We have to use char for that. As
Sorry,
per
sorry, sorry.
syntax, we
Hmm.
have to write char string. Sorry, string.
String. Okay.
Hmm.
If we
Character
write
char.
string,
Hmm.
will it allow?
No, we have to remove number.
Hmm. Okay. But in JavaScript, this is allowed.
Okay, but won't it means get confused? Are we taking
Definitely,
number or
definitely
character?
will, definitely will get confused. That is the reason.
Yeah.
Uh, that is the reason we came up with. Okay, this is statically typed language, right? This is I think this is statically typed language. This is dynamically typed language. Yes, yes. Because you know we need to be very careful, very careful when we are assigning values to our variables. It uh, it might create an error once we have a very long code and you have given let number equal to 8 and you have changed from number of integer, you changed it to string and you're trying to print 8. Okay, you are trying to print number and then it is giving Ashish, but it is not giving 8. Then you need to go scroll up to the very top, or you need to debug each and every line of code. Then you will get to know, okay, I have updated number from 8 to Ashish. That is the reason when I'm printing number, it is giving me Ashish and not 8. So to overcome this, we came up with the languages as Java, C sharp. These languages, uh, these languages came up where it is not allowed. Once the number is 8, then it is always 8. We cannot change it to from integer to string or character or boolean anything. Okay, we'll come to that. So, but both have statically and dynamically, both programming languages, both types have disadvantages and advantages. Okay, so some use JavaScript, some use Java. It all depends upon the company what they want to use, what exactly they want to, and it all depends upon the tool what exactly it wants to use. Like Cypress is one of the automation tool. It only uses JavaScript. It only uses JavaScript. Yes. Now how did this, when it comes to JavaScript, okay, now have anyone heard about TypeScript?
Yes, only heard about this name.
Yeah.
But didn't know.
So to overcome this issue, they have introduced TypeScript. In TypeScript, this is not allowed. This is not allowed. This is allowed. Oh, sorry. Uh, this is not allowed. You cannot change from number equal to 8 integer to number equal to Ashish. You cannot change it. TypeScript doesn't allow it. TypeScript is equal to Java or C sharp. Like it's a statically typed. It gives importance to the type. You should you should give the type. I mean, you should give the type. Then only it allows, or else it will not allow. That is an advancement. I mean, it's an improvisation from Java, or it's not improvisation. It's only to help people that TypeScript should be can be used when you are really really concerned about the types. When you're really really concerned about the types, what types you are using, uh, then you can go with TypeScript. But once you get used to JavaScript, once you do programming in JavaScript, you will get to know where exactly and how exactly you need to provide this and I mean update these things. Once you're used to it, it will be easy for you to know. That is not at all a problem. Okay, so every programming language and every type has its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so this is all about. Now this might go, for who are really new to the programming, this might not be understandable as of now. But the only thing, let me remove all these things. The only thing we need to know is Java and JavaScript both are different, and both are programming languages also. Okay, this is all I want you to know for today. So the task is just write an algorithm for any task, any three tasks that you do, and that is all. So we got to know what is programming language, why do we need it, how it can help us, and difference between coding and programming, and algorithm, how exactly we can write an algorithm where start and stop should be present, and anything start and end or stop, you can say end slash stop. Okay, uh, stop, and anything goes in between is the flow that you are writing. Okay, now this is all for today. Now one thing I wanted to let everyone know, it is about mocking servers. Okay, it is all about mocking servers. So this is all about programming. Okay, now we haven't started programming yet. We haven't started any programming, any coding, or any programming language yet. This is just a base, very base, very, very base. Like what exactly is a programming language and why do we need it? And how can we place our programming knowledge on a piece of paper? Then how can we convert it into coding? Any language, any programming language coding it might be, and any syntax, any coding standards we use, that all depends upon that programming language which we are using. Okay, so first, we need to understand how we can put our thoughts on a piece of paper. Then only we can jump into coding. It's a really good way to do it. It's a really good way to do it, so that you will not get into trouble, or you will. I mean, writing writing code is not that tough. But if you don't know how to add two numbers to write in code in a code way, how would you do it? I mean, you don't know what exactly you'll say. Add, take one. Okay, let's take Java only. Okay, because everyone are comfortable with Java. Let's say I'm writing a program. Add two numbers in Java. Okay. Mm, Now what I'll do? I'll open Eclipse and then I'll start writing. I'll say class. Uh, okay, class should be lowercase. Class, add two numbers. Okay, then I'll say okay. Oh, then I'll say mm, I'll say public static void main, and then here we have string, and then args. Okay, we know these two lines. Okay, these two lines are common for every Java program. We know till here. Okay, then we come here. Then comes the trouble. Okay, now we don't know how to write a code in here, like adding two numbers. Now we will get confused. Okay, it's two numbers, right? Okay, let's first number uh, equal to 3, then second number equal to 5, then result equal to first number plus second number, then print uh, print out the result. Is this the right way? Is this the right syntax? Is it the right coding standard for Java?
No.
No. So before jumping into code, we need to understand. We need to know how to write it on a how to write our thoughts in a piece of paper. Okay, once we know it, okay, this we can write in an algorithm, or this we can say as a pseudo code as well. Okay, but we cannot write it on in Java or JavaScript or any language. It's not allowed. It is really not allowed. Neither in Python it is not allowed. Okay, so first, always go with a piece of paper and write your thoughts on a piece of paper or notepad, anything. Okay. So we are done with this. Now let's come to mock server. I'm really sorry. I mean, mock server, I did explain correctly, but I made one mistake. I did make one mistake where I need to place the what to say, place this complete code. I should place it in a response body, but I placed it in a request body and I ran the mock server. But I'll explain what exactly mock server is all about. Okay, let me create a workspace. Next, and mocking, create. We testers usually don't work on mock servers. We don't work on mocking as well, but still if your company asks you to do mock testing, then how exactly you can do it. Okay, now I created a workspace. Now I have a documentation. Okay, I just have a documentation. I don't and this, let's say, opening. Okay, this this URL is not yet developed, not yet created. The code has not been written for this URL yet. Okay, before that, before getting this URL designed, developed, and deployed for testing, that is where mock testing comes into picture. Okay, how you can do it? Okay, you go to here, you go to create a workspace, and then select enable this mock servers. Come to mock server, create a mock server, name it mocking server, and then here you give each and every information. I mean, each and every information you give here. URL you will not be knowing because uh, URL is you will be knowing the URL, but you cannot use the URL. The reason being this this URL is not yet this URL is not yet developed. So you cannot use this URL because it is not developed. When you run it, it will not connect to the server. So here you need to provide each and everything. Like if I say okay, I'll say fruits, and then response code I'll keep it as 200. Okay, then response body, I will go ahead and decide what should be the response body. Then I'll say apple. Okay, then I'll use a post method. Okay, for post I'll say uh, fruits slash add. Then here I'll not say 200, I'll say 201 created. It should be 201 created. And response body, I want it in JSON format. Okay, then I'll say half fruits, um, apple. Okay, we already have apple. Okay, orange. Then fruits to, I'll say strawberry. Then is it correct? Huh. Then fruits 3. Um, I'll say what fruit can I? Huh, Gala. Okay. Now what exactly I'm missing in this post? What exactly I'm missing in this post? post method, what exactly I'm missing? What exactly I'm missing in post method? I have
The body in the request.
in the request.
The body, because there is
Yes,
body
correct,
responsibilities.
correct. So click on this three dots and then select request body. Then say request. We add a request body here. We'll take the request body also in JSON format. Okay. Let me copy the same thing. Okay. And then environment. Okay, you can select this environment. Okay, you can tick this so that the mock server URL, the mock server URL, I mean, this, as this URL is not yet, this URL is not yet created, developed, or designed or deployed, we can go ahead and use a fake URL, a fake mock server URL, which is created by Postman, and that we can save it in environment variable. Then click on mock server. Once you click on mock server, create mock server, it will create a collection for us. First, it has created a mock server. It will also create a collection for us, and it will add two requests for us. Those two requests. Now, if you see, this is a mock server URL. Okay, this is a mock server URL. When you click on this fruits and see here, okay, the URL, you will see the URL, the same URL. It's a fake URL which you can use. I mean, this URL which you can use to test your request. Now, when I click on send, I got 200 okay, and I got, this is an apple. This is what we expected. Now, if I go to fruits, and this is a post, and when I click on send, 201 created, and the body, I have the body. Now, if I can change it to JSON, it will be changed, beautify. And then we can change this also to JSON. So this is what we expected, right? Now, if I want to change this, if I want to add something to this or make any changes to this or create another one for this, I can also say duplicate and then say put or patch. And no, will not, no, we cannot do this. Let me do one thing. Let me go to example, and here we have the URL. Here I can go ahead and add something else as well. Let's say fruits. And then save this. And then come here and test it. We have lemon here. Now, so in the same way, I mean, when the URL, when this URL or when this API, complete API is not yet created, we only have the documentation and we only know what should be the URL and what should be the endpoint and what should be the response and what should be the request body. So we can go ahead and create our own way. We can create the APIs from the mock server. It's like a fake one. I mean, it's not a real one. It's a fake APIs, and we can test them. If we find any issue here, if it mostly we will not find issues, but if we find any issues, we can go ahead and say, like, if I take this example, this post one only, if I take this post one example, let's say this is not yet created. Okay, this endpoint URL is not yet created, but we know that this is a post method. We have the request and we have the response. So what we will do here is we will go here, go to the mock server and mocking server, and so we exactly went. Um, okay, so we will go ahead and add it here itself. Collection, add a new request. Okay, here is a post, and then we give this endpoint, right? For this endpoint, first we need this URL. we take this URL, paste it here, then this is the endpoint /API/users, and then we give the body. Okay, we give the body, and then we say save send. Now we didn't get this, so now what we will do is we will go ahead and we'll go to the previous response. Here we will add this /API users in here, not here, sorry, not here, in the example. We'll save it here, and we'll give the body here. We'll give this body here, and what response we are expecting, that we will provide in the response. Okay, and save it. Once we have saved it, then we can copy this and come in here and change it, save, send. See, we got it. We got this output. Now, this is how, I mean, we can also put the request as well. Let me put the request. Okay, now save it and send it. Just give me 1 minute, 1 minute. So this is all about mocking servers. Like if the URL or if the APIs are not yet created or not yet developed or deployed for testing, then you can use this mock servers in order to test your APIs from the documentation. But it is mostly done by the developers or the designers because they already have all the documentation and all the information with them. They will do it. Testers are rarely included in mocking servers API testing, but at any point of time, if you are asked to do it, then this is how you do it. You create a mock server, and then you add everything. You add the request body, you add the response, you add response body, and each and everything which is needed to be added. Everything you will be adding it. Then you will save it. Then you come to the collection and you test it. So this is what mock servers is all about. I added when I did the get thing. I mean, when I was teaching this session 10, I should add it in response code. I should add it in response. I mean, in def, if I come, I should have added here. But what I did is I have added in here. Okay, that is the reason the output was not. We were not getting the output. It was blank. The output was blank. But if I have added here, then I would have got the output correctly. So that is what I wanted to tell. Yeah.
Yes, Ashi, it means we need to add in the response, right?
Yeah. It see.
This body.
Yeah, here in this documentation, yes,
Hmm.
we need to add it in the body. But
Hmm.
if we have this documentation, REQRS documentation, here you need to create a post request, and the response you need to select as 201 created. Then you need to also add a request body. You should also add the response body. Everything you need to do it from your end because the
Okay.
API is not created yet. The API is not created yet. See, like if I
Okay.
go to mock servers and create a new mock server and create new collection, let's say test data. And see, here you need to add each and everything. Request URL, request body you need to add, response code, what should be the response code you need to add, response body you need to add. If it is a post, then you need to add You need to also add the request body. So everything you need to do it.
Okay.
Everything you need
Okay.
to do it,
Thanks.
and you
Yes.
need to test it. Okay.
Actually I know I tried a lot. Yes.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
So then create
Okay.
a mock server. It will automatically create a collection for you, and you can
Okay.
use the examples, play with the examples, go to examples, and then here you, let's say I don't want all these things. I just want the
Hmm.
name. I just want name to be displayed,
Hmm.
and I don't want the leader, job leader as well. I just want this, and then save it. Then once it's saved, come back here, send it. See, it's working. Oh, leader hasn't been removed. Leader
Because
did
there is a
move.
comma after that name.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I think this should give me a, now this should give me an error actually. It hasn't given me an error. It should give me an error. Now it should have given me an error here. Okay, no worries. So this is where you can say, okay, see, this is not working. This is not working as expected. Then talk to the developer and say, see, there's something wrong with this documentation or with this form, how process that how we are testing using the mock server. So mostly developers does this job. But yeah, if you are included, then yeah, this is how you do it. Understood?
Yes.
Great. So that is all for today. So on Wednesday, when we meet, I request you to write an algorithm for any three tasks. It might be small or it might be a big task. Any three tasks, please do write it. And then we'll, once that is done, then we'll go to the next topic. Okay?
Okay then.
Great. So that is all for today. I hope we learned something new today.
Yes.
Great. Okay, thank you all. Thank you. Have a
Yes. Thank you.
lovely evening. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye
Thank
bye.
you
thank
all.
you,
Bye.
Ashish. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.